All right, good morning to anybody that's in here so far. I am just setting everything up, and we are good to go. I meant to change something. I forgot to change it. Okay. Chan, what's good? Josh, what's good? Justin, what's the word? Good morning, you all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am just about ready. Welcome back. If you on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, welcome to the Daily Facts and Stats Show. Let me make one tweet real quick. So, YouTube. Hold on one sec. I'm just sharing these links to the show. It's a hard not life for us. All right. All right. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, you all. Welcome back to another Daily Fact and Stats Show. Wait, what's good with you? Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If I have to cancel, follow the Twitter for that. That's important, first and foremost. If I have to cancel, follow the Twitter for that. And then two, it's probably, I'm tied up having to work or whatever the case may be. So today's show, by the way, of roughly end around like 12:45, 1 o'clock. I got to be somewhere run an errand today. So today's show like roughly 12:45, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So I made what we were going to be discussing today pretty much straightforward. And that'll pretty much be how the show will rock today. Again, if you are in here, welcome back to another Daily Fact and Stats Show. Appreciate you all. No matter if you're watching on YouTube and you prefer that over Twitch, you're watching on Twitter, you didn't want to come over to Twitch or YouTube, and you're just watching on Twitch. Twitch is the main platform at the moment. And secondary is YouTube. So we live on the Fact and Stats YouTube, as you can see on the screen right here. We're also live on the Ever Junior Twitch page, and we're also live on the Fact and Stats Twitter. Speaking of the Fact and Stats Twitter, it's definitely important to follow the Fact and Stats Twitter. Why is that? Because you always will see information in regards to where the show is being held, if the show is canceled, for whatever reason or anything. As you can see here is at Fact and Stats _ and then I also tweet out what the topics of the day will be today. Today we're going to be talking about the WNBA. Whoa, that's the wrong tweet. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, I got to refresh. All right, so today we're going to be talking about someone DM me a tweet yesterday about somebody tweeting out about like who is the best player in the NFL non-quarterback. So I'll bring that up. Best non-quarterback in the NFL. Brief thoughts on the AR and the Colts situation. Recap of the WNBA games from last night. The Asia Wilson and the Aces continue. Big win yesterday. And then we're going to look at about, since I know it's a quick day for me, a couple of teams NBA schedule. About 2 to 3. And that'll be that. We're good to go for everything tomorrow and Friday. I just got to be somewhere today, and I don't want to be late to where I got to get to. So, either way, good morning to every single that's in here. If you want a YouTube, Savannah, good morning. If you want a YouTube side of things, hit that thumbs up button for me. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across Fact and Stats on YouTube, and one be willing to chime in. Two, come here, Milo. Come here. One, be willing to chime in. Two, be willing to subscribe. Three, ultimately join the community. And Milo, come here. Milo, come here. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Come here. Milo, come here right now. And come over here, in here. Come here, come in here. Come in here. Come in here. Why he acting like you don't want to listen, bro? Come in here and come lay down right here. And don't move. Alright. My bad. He's not about to do that. No, lay down. Lay down. Sit down or lay down. And back up. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, so for the YouTube, make sure you all subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you're on the YouTube side and you want to extend your support for the platform, feel free to become a member on the YouTube side of things. There's 3 different levels you can join as. They all have different perks and emotes and things of that nature that can be sent into the chat. And still trying to build the YouTube up at the same time as I'm trying to build the Twitch page up as well. Speaking of the Twitch, if you want to extend your support for the platform on the Twitch side of things, you can become a sub like many of you did. If you do plan on subbing and extending your support for the platform, please, if you have Amazon Prime, sub through Amazon Prime as you can save yourself some money. With Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription per month. The only downfall to that is you will have to resub over and over and over every single month. It's not nothing that's automated. So keep that in mind. If you want to extend your support for the platform, become a member on the YouTube side of things and or sub on Twitch. And everything that I speak on is in the description on the YouTube video, by the way. How to become a member, the Twitch page, the Twitter, the Instagram, the TikTok, all that's in the description on the YouTube side of things. So keep that in mind as well. And then as far as Twitch, anything that you could be thinking about joining, you can just do exclamation point, whatever you're looking for, and it'll pop up. For example, how to sub, that'll pop up. How to do it through Prime, that'll pop up. The Discord, that'll pop up. So yeah, I'm going to also put in the YouTube chat. We're also live on Twitch. Give me 1 second, just so people can know. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, I miss hosting on YouTube primarily, but all right. To today's, what I said when we talk about today, the best non-quarterback. I mean, best non-quarterback in the NFL, basically. AR and the Colts, WNBA recap, and NBA schedules. Quick day for me again. I have to be somewhere at 2, so I got to end at like 12:45, somewhere in that ballpark. So keep that in mind as well, y'all. And what I wanted to say. Oh, next. It's just right on time for my Nightbot. To join the show or to join the stage now, you all have to do it through Discord. So to join the stage to talk during the show, you have to do it through Discord. The Discord link is on the YouTube side of things as well. And then on the Twitch side of things, the Discord will pop up in the chat through Nightbot, or you can do exclamation point. And I also have it pinned as well. So keep that in mind. You're going to join the Discord to join the stage for the show, like I just said, for also watch parties throughout this upcoming NFL and college football season, and also to share your gambling plays for those that do gamble. If you don't want to share anything, you can also just tell plays as well. Myself, BJ, Josh, Lawrence, Chan, etc. Jada probably be gambling the NFL season again or sharing her plays. So, yeah, some of the names that I know that were doing it last year that most likely would do it this year again as well. So keep that in mind. Make sure you all join the Facts and Stats Discord. It is the pinned message on Twitch. Now, to get the show started, just curious to hear some of you all thoughts. I know I feel like some people are going to have probably the same name, so I might got to cancel out a name. But just to get the show started today with the chat answering a question. Fun debate this morning, as you can see on the tweet from Matt Miller. Make that a little bigger. Hold on. Fun debate this morning, as you can see on the tweet from Matt Miller. Excluding quarterbacks, who is the best player in the NFL? Yeah, facts. If you don't share your plays, don't share your wins. Like, I literally, no hating, by the way. I literally would delete the message out of the winning slips or the whatever channel it is. If you post it in there and say, oh yeah, I would literally delete the message, because there's no point for it to be in there if you did not share prior. And everybody's not going to chill everything. That is realistic. But people can't look at something, or someone can't look at something like, oh, damn, I like that. Let me throw $1 on it, $5 on it, $10 on it. So just keep that in mind. Don't share. Don't even tell me. Like, don't share. Or if you didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? After, if you didn't do it beforehand. So keep that in mind. So just curious in the chat. Oh, let me hit the Discord. My bad. All right. Anyone, feel free to join the Discord now. My bad. I had to. Let me check my microphone too. All right, my mic is good. Black, what's the word, brother? How you feeling? Just curious in the chat. I just this is just a quick little question for you all. Excluding quarterbacks, who is the best player in the NFL? If your answer is Myles Garrett, please say somebody else. Excluding quarterbacks, who is the best player in the NFL? What are you all answering?
There's only like 6 names you could possibly say that I would, me personally, that I would entertain.
Who?
Miles, of course. I would go Surtain. Jettas Chase. Because of the start to their career that he's having. And the season Chase just had is unbelievable. And how many names I'm at?
That's like Miles, 4 or 5. How you say Jettas Chase with no Barkley then?
He's not, because I don't.
Because he a running back?
If I say Barkley, firstly, no, it's not just that. If I say Barkley, I have to say Derrick Henry. Barkley just had a great season, but he don't have the consistent body of work to be considered one of the best players in the league. That's not how that works. I mean, it can't be this year, next year, no, then the next year, yeah. No, that's not how that works. Because when you look at Derrick Henry ain't showing no signs of slowing down. He just had an amazing season as well. And he has a better body of work, a better career, and this is something he keeps doing. You know what I'm saying? I can't say Barkley. Now, he come back next season to be on some demon shit again. Okay, he in this conversation, but right now, nah, not for me. He's not in that conversation for me right now. No, sir, I can't do it. Don't make sense. One season? Nah. Back up some consistent seasons, bro. Yeah, injuries play a part into it, but it's sports. You can't be the best if you're injured. This is how that goes.
So what's your answer if it's not Myles Garrett, though? Like, not saying Myles Garrett.
I just told you those names. I'm not.
But I don't have. That's not one. All of those names?
Huh?
All of those names in one? Like, how?
I already told you what my answer is, though. I'm just telling you the names I would entertain. Lane Johnson, Penei Sewell, shit like that. I would entertain those 6, 7 names if I just named 7 names.
Appreciate that follow, the NFL show.
Barkley, he got to have another season, bro. Every year it's a good season, injured. Good season, injured. Not the best, bro. That don't work like that.
Okay, fair. I think that's Rye. Rye, what's your answer, bro? If your answer is Myles Garrett, think of somebody else to say.
Tell me that. How you saying Barkley and not saying Derrick Henry?
It depends on who you think the better running back. I mean, your explanation makes sense as far as Henry being more consistent throughout their careers, plus Barkley experienced some injury, season-ending injuries and things of that nature. But who do I think the better running back is? I'd probably say Saquon Barkley because of the different ways.
And another thing. Yeah, I think he's better than him. Let me think my chip. But I don't even think Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the league. I think it's a 3-way tie. Me personally, I think it's Barkley, Gibbs, and Bijan. I think it's a 3-way tie between those 3 backs as the best running back in the league.
Barkley, Gibbs, Bijan. I think Gibbs better than both of them. It's hard to put somebody.
What I'm pretty much saying is, yes, if you put Barkley, if you put Gibbs, you put Bijan behind the Eagles online, they would do the same thing Saquon Barkley just did. I believe that.
Fredo, Myles Garrett, Tristan, or Lane. I already say Jettas or Chase. Rye, what you got for it? I think that's Rye. Who is that S? Who is that? Who's S? I can't see your full name. Who is that on the stage right here?
That's Sosa.
Oh, that's Sosa. Sosa, what's the word, bro?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, what's good?
Oh, best non-quarterback in football.
Yeah.
And you say we can't say Myles Garrett.
If your answer is Myles Garrett, give me something else.
Kyle Hamilton.
Mm.
And I'm being dead serious.
I'm
I
not
think
mad at
that
that. I like that. I'm not mad at that.
what he brings to the table as a defender is insane. And I think that like if you really watch the games, like he has a direct impact in so many different ways, dog. He can blitz, he can line up outside with receivers, he can line up with tight ends, he can line up in the slot, he can play center field. Like we're talking about versatility. He might be the best football player on the planet. Like that's just, and again, it's not to say, and it's not like to knock anybody, but like if you really watch him play football, bro, the dude is incredible. He's insane.
Yeah.
And he went to Notre Dame.
Cal is a good name. 1000%. And I agree with Shaggy Poole. Even Fredo Poole shedding some
I
light.
forgot to add Fred Warner in there as well. Another good name.
Only problem I have with Fred is that Fred doesn't play with the physicality. He's a great coverage linebacker. He might be the best coverage linebacker when it's all said and done, maybe ever. But I think that what he's been able to do is play alongside guys who played very, very physical, which allowed him to do that. And it's going to be interesting to see how he goes a full year with no Greenlaw, or because he's always had physical linebackers next to him to kind of make up for some of the stuff he doesn't do from like a hitting standpoint. But everything else, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Fred's insane as far as coverage from the linebacker position.
Okay. Yeah. I respect it. Like I said, Fredo sent this to me to bring it up today. John Doe, let him play some football, man. As far as Henderson, I do think Henderson's gonna be a good guy this year for sure. But let him play some football, bro. No Dexter Love. I wouldn't think of Dexter Lawrence when I think of NFL's best
I don't
player.
know.
Yeah, that's nah. This like it's some names you got to say before you even get to him. So next, I was going to ask you two that's up here with me at the moment, and then also I'll briefly speak after you all. I know we said some things yesterday in a Twitter chat that I'm in, not too much. So I didn't know your stance on this guy, so I'm going to ask you first. How do you feel about that Anthony Richardson in the Colts situation with Daniel Jones officially being named the starter yesterday? Were you an AR guy? I genuinely don't know, so I'm just asking.
Listen, I want AR to be successful because he's black. I'm gonna keep a G.
Mm.
We knew everybody who knew anything about Anthony Richardson knew he was a extreme project, but he got drafted on potential and and ability that also you have to attach like a level of faith to, because there's no, there's no guarantee that those physical traits turn into elite quarterback play, right? It's like you could run a 4.4 and be 250 pounds and be terrible at reading defenses. I don't even think it's that he's terrible from the neck up. I think he's just very inconsistent throwing the ball, and his lack of playing time and snaps throughout the early years of his career, injury, and then certain things that get stigmatized and like attached to you. You know what I mean? Like you can't tap out when you're playing quarterback, bro. You can't say I left the field because I'm tired, and I think that
Yeah.
it's very hard to recover from those things in on a team. Like, bro, like could you imagine like Quentin Nelson just played like 17 straight consecutive snaps as an offensive lineman, hitting motherfuckers on every play, and then he's like, "Man, I'm just gonna go sit a snap out." Like, what do you think his teammates would look at him and say? This is the quarterback. I think that didn't help. And then the final thing I think people need to keep in mind is that there's a head coach in Indianapolis that's working for his job. Like he will be out of a job if they're not good this year. The defense should be really good. Basically, if you look at the roster, the defense should be damn good. Um, and I think it's a situation where potential is great, but it's also another word for you've never done shit, and that's you can't post yourself in a situation where your job is on the line and you're relying on potential to get you through, because there's nothing that he has done or shown that would say he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's had a couple, some splash plays, but there's nothing that he's done where you're just like, oh yeah, bro, he should be starting. Because and then that's what it is. You got vet in Daniel Jones, and you trust in that he can get you through 6, 7 wins. If not, they'll be tanking for a quarterback. That's another thing too that people forget. That's the only way that Indianapolis has ever been able to get a franchise quarterback since we've been alive.
Yeah.
It just had to be really bad. They were really bad. They got Peyton Manning. They were really bad. They got Andrew Luck. They haven't been really bad since, and that's why they haven't gotten a quarterback. For real, for real. And then they rolled the dice on a guy who they thought was a more athletic version of Jalen Hurts.
With the new phone.
That's what they tried. That's what they thought. They're like, oh, Steichen did this with Jalen Hurts. He'll turn Anthony Richardson into something we've never seen, and it just hasn't happened.
Well said. All right. Miles, Shaggy, or Ari, I want to chime in on AR and the Colts situation.
Yeah. Listen, man. I agree with everything Social just said. Except for the project shit. That nigga wasn't no project, bro. When I think of me personally, I think of project for an NFL player, quarterback in position. I gotta be able to see it. To see, what he can be. I never thought this thing was gonna be good. I promise you, like never in my life. Since the first time I watched him at Florida, he was good. And I told y'all this during the draft. That nigga ain't been good since high school. And I meant that. He's always been terrible since he got out of high school. Nah. Jalen Hurts was a project to me. Lamar, Allen was a project. I seen the potential in those guys. I never seen it in this bum. He's trash, bro. Respectfully, like he's not good. Get the podcast equipment ready. Hit the studio, something. When that contract is up, he ain't getting another one. Simple.
All right.
I'll guarantee you though that a team will sign him. A team will give him the chance because that athletic upside you simply cannot teach. There's going to be a coach that believes they can fix him, so he's going to get a job. He's also older or younger than 8 guys that'll be starting on opening day. He's younger than both fucking Knicks, bro. He's younger than Shedeur Sanders.
Well, Bo's old, so
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Those are second-year players. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna.
I get what you're saying. Like his youth, his athleticism. I agree with you. I don't think he's definitely not. I think we all know he's not going to get a starting quarterback job, like anywhere. If people think that, then they're kind of deluded. I think they'll get. I think somebody's going to take a backup. Somebody's going to take a flyer on him as a backup. I mean, look at the guys that are running around as backups right now. Like he's gonna like Sosa said, his talent, his youth. Somebody's gonna feel like, ooh, but if I can just tap into that one thing, I could make him something that I can make him better. I don't think he's burned enough bridges that way. I will say, I mean, the simple thing is that he combined college. I want to say college and NFL snaps. Anthony Richardson only had 17, or like college and high school snaps, something like that. Anthony Richardson coming into the NFL coming into like right now in the NFL this year, he's only had 1,700 snaps. You know how low that is? As a quarterback, as a starting quarterback in this league, I want to say like, and I wish I could find the post because I saw it yesterday and I sent it to one of my Colts friends, Silu, and he was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like the nigga, I agree with Shaggy in the sense that he was never a project because you can't say somebody with that little amount of time is a project. You don't know what the fuck he is. So like I blame Indianapolis in the sense that like there was no reason. One, there was no reason for him to be in the draft. That's bad. You got some really bad fucking advice. There was no reason for him to be in the draft. He should have stayed that extra year at least. Secondly, there was no reason for him to be taken. He was number 4, right?
Nah, I disagree with that. I think
you think he should have declared?
Yeah, because he got the guaranteed money. He got paid. When you know,
but you don't think he could have gotten that like the next year?
You can't risk it though.
No, because he'd have been asked the next year in college.
He could have been asked next year and not get drafted in the top 5.
I mean, he was already asked in college. So what you mean?
I mean, but my thing is like, if he was bad, right? If he was bad, I wasn't high on him. Like from what I saw, I was surprised that he came out. I just felt like the athleticism, which is what it seems like the Colts took him for, is like the athletic upside that was always going to be there. he didn't do shit at Florida that first year that really made you be like, oh my gosh, like he's really, like I don't think he had that kind of situation either. So if he would have had a similar thing, if he would have performed similarly or maybe like a little bit worse, I still think niggas, and I can't remember what draft year that was after him, but and like what quarterbacks were in that following year's draft, I think niggas still would have took him. But I get what y'all are saying. You can't risk it if you're being told you can go first round. That to me, then like he was never. It's sad to say this. I don't think he was ever going to succeed. He did not have enough time.
I remember though, it's a difference between going first round and top 5. Like that's
Yeah,
like
top 5 money is
that's what I'm saying. So
incredibly
like,
different.
but like we could also pretty much be certain he would not have been a top 5 pick the next year, no matter
Yeah,
if
they
he
picked
even if
Taylor
he
Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, both.
Oh, that was
Oh,
that
yeah.
draft. Yeah, no. He wouldn't. He wasn't going to do that.
Drake made Jaden Daniels and Caleb. The motherfucker had he seen that. And he
He
was
had
like,
no
nah,
chance.
go
That's
now.
true. Okay. Remembering that context, no, he wasn't. Yeah. Well, then, yeah. Okay, first round, cool. Top 5 was a mistake, though, and like his mental. I think I disagree with Sosa in the thing in the sense that like it was he just throws a lot of bad balls. Like I don't think that's necessarily the case because you can't tell me that Daniel Jones doesn't also throw bad. Like you can't tell me that and then like choose Daniel Jones, who like might not be as bad. For me, I think it's the mental. I think the moment he tapped out that game, if you hear it, because I don't be really paying attention to what the fuck coaches and GMs be saying. They say a bunch of bullshit during the offseason all the fucking time. From what I saw the players saying, it seemed like the players had a more favorable tone for Daniel Jones than Anthony Richardson. And to me, that has something to do that is a direct correlation to the fact that he tapped out of that game. I forgot who the fuck they were playing.
This is like picking between AIDS and cancer. All right.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm not saying either of these quarterbacks are good. I'm just saying it's like one guy's showing you that at least he made the playoffs with Saquon putting him in his backpack. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what Steichen is saying. Listen, I got a good offensive line. I still have a really good running back. Which guy is going to at least, give me something? And I think that Daniel Jones was just a little bit more accurate. But if you really do watch the tape of AR is absolutely awful.
Yes, no, he's bad.
Trying to layer throws. Like he
He's
could
like
throw
really bad.
He could throw it 100 yards on a deep ball if he can identify one-on-one. Cool, but other than that, anything in between the hashes is awful.
I will say I do like at the end of it all because I've been talking. I like as much as I put on him just not being a good player. Like I didn't think he was that good coming out of college. I'm very big on when you put quote unquote projects in bad situations and you don't develop them and there's no really like room for them to like really grow. There's no changing of like fixing or growing or progressing in the things that they do bad. That just means they're going to be even worse than what they were already going to be. So I feel like that's where he is. Somebody's going to take him as a backup quarterback. I will say again, the Indianapolis Colts, there was a list. I want to say they've had 8 different quarterbacks since Andrew Luck retired. And Chris Ballard has been there the entire fucking time. They've also had 2 different coaches, Frank Reich and what's his face, Steichen. Yeah, and Chris Ballard is still there. To allow that man to take you into another, I would be damned. If I was an owner, I'd be damned if I allow that man, Chris Ballard, to take me any fucking where. Ain't no way. So AR might not be the right decision. They might have made the right decision with going with Daniel Jones. But to me, this is also an organizational thing. Like you pay Carson Wentz money, you pay Phillip Rivers, you have fucking I'm forgetting a guy. You have the Jacoby Brissett saga, Matt Ryan. Like you did all this shit. You've done it every way, You've gotten older quarterbacks. You've gotten veteran middle of the pack quarterbacks. You've paid niggas. You've drafted niggas. You've done a whole bunch of shit, and it's all been done by Chris Ballard. He gotta go. That's one thing that I think needs to be abundantly clear in this whole situation. Chris Ballard, the GM, he got to get the fuck, because he's terrible. He is terrible. And from what I hear, he was the one that wanted AR the most.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I would agree, but the roster is really good. Like it's not him.
But again, if you can again, Sosa, the roster can be good, but what is the NFL? The roster can be good, but if you can't hit on that quarterback thing, what happens?
Yeah, but I don't think they thought that this dude sucked this bad.
But then again, what are you thinking at that point, though, Sosa?
Like, he got to get some sort of pass. I'm listening. Like,
no, the roster being okay and then to good and and everything else like that. That has saved his job up until now.
But okay, outside of quarterback, there isn't a group on that team that you can say is objectively bad. Not the
their wide receiver room could be better, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's not bad. It's not their tight end room is really good. Their offensive line is really good. Their running back room is really good. Their linebackers are good. Their secondary is good. Their defensive line is good and paid. Like, there's not a single part of that team outside of quarterback play that's stopping them. I'm dead ass.
But that's a big ass outside though.
But yeah, I know, I hear you. But you talk about missing on court, and this is a perfect example of.
And it's not. And I'm not saying they needed to go get them a star, right? I'm not saying that they need to go and like hit on like the guy, find them their friggin', Jaden Daniels, right? You can't. You're telling me out of the like 8 different quarterbacks that you've cycled, you haven't been able to find one that was at least serviceable.
See, hold on. This the thing, right? And this is where I draw the parallel between him and a guy like Trey Lance. Listen, if you trade up for a quarterback and you draft a quarterback top 5 and you miss on that quarterback,
what's good, Mike?
9 times out of 10, the head coach and GM are fried. The thing is, the Niners got lucky with Brock Purdy.
Yeah, are they going to get lucky? Is Daniel Jones going to be their luck?
I mean, if he wins 8-9 games, I think that's enough.
Then I agree. I agree with you. 8-9 games, even if they don't make the playoffs, I think that will keep his job.
I don't think the defense is bad enough for them to go 2-15. I
didn't expect them to go 2-15. I expected them to go like 6-11. I think that's what it would be. Yeah, my math's right. 6-11, like be a 5-6 win team. That's what. But like.
I'm not mad at that, but I still think.
What did they trade? What did they trade to get Anthony Richardson? I know it was a pick swap, but like they traded with the.
I don't think they did. I think that's where they picked. That was their pick. They were bad that year.
Oh, I thought it. Oh no! The Texans traded with the Cardinals. Never mind. Okay,
they didn't trade.
I guess.
Okay. Couple of comments in the chat. Fredo said he's definitely getting another contract. Shaggy Patrick said that Jalen Murrow project. Mike said Colts roster is playoff caliber, similar to Sosa. He's also said it's nowhere near the GM fault. They just made a bad pick, and unfortunately the quarterback position can get you fired, but it's not his fault. Fredo said it's not bad, but it's not such a great roster to save him this year. Okay. 8 games not going to save the job. They would have to win a division. Okay. Their quarterback situation is terrible and will hold them back. That roster is good, though. Okay. Fredo, Mike, appreciate the comments in the chat.
Yes, Jalen Rose and Patrick. Yes.
All right, Patrick, he said yes. Wes, you got any? Wes or Miles, y'all got any comments on this Anthony Richardson and the Colts situation?
I mean, Miles can go first since he was here first, unless he's not here.
I think he worked.
All right. So yeah, I think it's I got here late, so I really only heard what Ari was saying, and I caught the back end of that. But as for just my belief, where I stand with this AR stuff is, I think that I think he'll start before the season is over. I don't think they're completely done with him. I think he will find his way back on the field starting for the Colts. Do I think that he'll end his career with the Colts? No. Do I think he'll find success with the Colts? That means anything? No, as well. But it's like, it's tough. I'm kind of torn because from his film, I don't think he's a good football player, right? And I don't think he deserves more opportunities. That said, 15 games and a player who's dealt with those injuries, he clearly needs more time to develop. So it's like, from an organizational standpoint, I don't get what the Colts are doing. I don't understand it at all for the Colts. I don't think it makes much sense, especially for Daniel Jones. It's not like they who's that? Like, not saying I think he's that good, but just the point. That quarterback who was with New England, who was a backup, black dude, everybody thought he could be something. Now he's in Dallas. What's
Brissett.
his name? No,
Oh no,
he's in Dallas.
Milton.
No, it's not like they had a situation where they had another young quarterback. I harken back to RG3 and Kirk Cousins. It's not like, and even that only happened because RG3 got hurt. But still, if it was a situation like that, I think I would understand what the Colts are doing a little bit more. But to punt on a guy who, you really mortgage your future into, for Daniel Jones does feel odd. But they see him every day. They see his work ethic. They see areas he's improved and areas he hasn't. And also, people, this is a business about winning. You got to win, and if they feel like their best chance to do that, to stack W's, is to have Daniel Jones run out there and lead the team, then so be it. But it's definitely odd, and I think they're headed nowhere fast. But I guess I would, to speak to the Andrew Luck thing quickly. I think with Luck, I think it's obviously a bit of bad luck, pun intended, no pun, however you feel about it. But like, to be real, this really shouldn't. And granted, they were gonna have to. It's not like he could play forever. So somewhere around now, they probably would have been looking for, okay, we got to pivot, or looking towards their next quarterback. But yeah, like that. That's just a really unfortunate circumstance. Luck was great. Obviously, they went from Manning to Luck. Things were looking up. Obviously, Luck got beat up. They didn't do a good enough job of protecting him. But at the same time, you just don't expect the guy. I don't even think, was Luck 30 at the time, or did he just turn 30? Like, he was super super young. And you just don't expect the guy to walk away at that point. Especially quarterbacks. Quarterbacks tend to stay too long. It's not like these other positions. Like, quarterbacks don't tend to do that. So, just some unfortunate, events for the franchise. But yeah, hopefully AR can get it together, but not looking up.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of things that's been said. But as the last speaker, I definitely agree with the last thing that you just said. Now, I know the coach said it's not going to be no battle, it's not going to be no race. Daniel Jones will be the starter for the season, but I do think at some point, in some point this season, Andy Richardson probably will start a game or two, or be named a starter, or whatever the case may be. If they get off to a slow start and they just look at it, hey, we might as well give him one more shot. We did take him pick 4 last year, and whenever you take somebody that high, you ought to invest in them, right? Like, you view them as the quarterback of your future. Like, that's how any quarterback that got drafted in the top 5 was always viewed upon. Now you have some misses in there, even top 10, like Josh Rosen, for example. I remember the Cardinals drafted him. You would have your miss. Maybe AR can just be a miss, but you don't go and have him start 15 games, 14 games in a 2-year time frame or whatever the case may be, and just say, okay, yeah, we're good. You know what I'm saying? If you do, you do, but I find that hard to believe. So I do think, first and foremost, I don't think he's a good quarterback, and I felt that way with him coming into the NFL. 2, I also don't think he had the right opportunity and chance to sort of kind of develop to being a solid or decent quarterback, or even go through growing pains. 3, the Colts are probably just in a spot to where 1, trying to save your coach's job. 4, trying to win ball games. 2, trying to win ball games, And three, they probably see a world where they can make the playoffs. You know, like Sosa and Mike was saying in the chat, who's about to join the Discord in a second. They have a good roster. I think the quarterback spot is just one of their biggest weaknesses, or probably their biggest weakness, obviously, on the team. So Daniel Jones has the experience.
Bro.
Daniel Jones took a team to the playoff before. You know, not. And I don't think Daniel Jones is good either. But like Wes just said, they probably see what we don't see, and that's what goes on in practice. So I can understand the situation.
It's no way he starts a game for that team this year. It's not happening. Anytime the coach come out and say the only way that it
argue
happens is
differently.
if something happens to Daniel Jones. That's the only way.
Let's bet it. Let's bet it.
He's not starting another game for them.
I don't think it's that cut and dry,
I
bro.
have to.
Okay.
What you
Daniel
mean?
Jones.
My thing is
Coach
how do
Ricky told us
you
to
go
do
back?
it.
How do you make him like? How do you make that
told us to do it.
decision though?
He be getting banged up too. Is all I'm saying. Like Daniel Jones misses games too.
Yeah, the coach told
But
us.
Yeah,
It's
but like
not
outside of injury,
aside from him missing games, I think Daniel Jones also could play really poorly. Like that is also
yeah,
on the table. Daniel Jones may suck. And if he's bad and like he doesn't even have to be terrible. He could have a stretch of 3 bad games. Just 3 really bad games. I don't think like you can say that to start the season, being in the offseason, whatever. 3 really bad games from him will put pressure, I think, on the franchise.
Yeah.
I think their fan base is, for whatever it's worth, still is like, yo, why would we punt on a guy? We haven't seen anything from him. 15 games isn't enough. Like, there are a lot of people who are on that side. So I think it's very plausible that 3 bad games from Daniel Jones, and we could be looking at
I don't care. I
AR.
don't know what y'all talking about, bro. 15 games is enough for me. It ain't hard to see, bro. That's enough.
I feel like
Like we got college
as a
tape, we got practice tape, and we got 15 games. That's enough.
I feel like if it's just about play on the field, then like yeah, sure, there's a possibility maybe if like Daniel Jones has a bad stretch of games, like Wes just pointed out. But I don't. That's my thing. Like I don't think it's just about play on the field. Personally, I don't. Because I feel like there's a lot of ways for you as a coach to kind of like keep and give yourself an out when you're saying like, hey, Daniel Jones is going to be our starter, our starting quarterback, to start the season and XYZ. But to say like he's the starting quarterback for the season, I don't want to have a short leash on that. That to me at least means okay, it's gonna be more than 3 games. Like he has to have more than a 3-game stretch. Like I personally think the only way that AR will start a game for the Colts ever again is if Daniel Jones gets hurt. I don't think, because to me, I feel like how do you go back from that? Forget what the media and your fans and everybody else says. How to your locker room do you go back and say, hey, we made the decision before the last week of preseason and say, or like the second to last week, I can't remember. Before preseason's over, before roster cuts, before all of this stuff, you made a decision and you said he's our guy for the season and that you don't want to have a short leash. He had bad games. You should have known what you were getting in Daniel Jones. He has bad games. Like he does play bad. And you still made the decision and you said, we're going to take you over that guy. And then say, you had the bad games that we probably should have expected you to have. So we're going to bench you for this guy that we said essentially was playing worse than you did. But we're still going to give him a shot because, why not? I don't know if you're a coach that is trying to save your ass and save your job. If you're a GM that is trying to save your ass and save your job, I don't know how you go back on that. I don't know how you just make that decision if it's not surrounding an injury or like they go on like an 0-8 start to the season. Like I think it'll have to be something so extremely bad, like some of the worst shit that we've ever seen before. I think as a quarterback for AR to ever start for the Colts again.
Oh,
Nah.
nah.
For that, I'm praying on the downfall of Daniel Jones. I don't like that guy.
Over here. No. Get over here.
But I mean, Ari, not to drag this too long, but I think you make some compelling points for the off the field things and what may be just going around in the building or going on in the building. Maybe that is the biggest determining factor on, yo, we don't want to invest in him anymore because we're not seeing the maturity, whatever type of development they'd like to see. We're not seeing it in other areas, which is why we think his field translation has been so poor. So maybe that's what's going on right now. So that's a good point in my opinion. That's just tough, man. I don't know, bro. Fourth pick overall, 15 games. I don't know, dude. And to be hurt throughout, like that's the other thing. Like, yes, he's looked bad when he's been on the field. I won't lie, but he's been hurt a lot of that time as well. So it's just tough, man. But yeah, I don't think he's the good. So whatever.
All right, I know. Good convo by the way. And AR, I hope this motivates you to work harder, uh, improve, get better in the areas that you have to improve on, and never give up. And he said in his presser yesterday, right now he's Indianapolis Colt, but um, tied is a God, keeping faith in his work and what's for him in the NFL and things like that. So we'll see what happens. Wish him the best of luck. Like I said,
And that shit cool and all, but all jokes aside, no trolls. He need to go ahead and pull a Terrell Pryor, bro. Make the change now. Don't waste time.
nah, I don't know about that.
Make the
Nah,
change.
I don't know about that,
Make the
Fad.
change.
I don't
He's
know
a hell
about
of an
that,
athlete.
Fad.
He's a hell of an athlete. Make the change, bro.
It's not
Seriously.
Terrell did some
We will
stuff
never,
that doesn't just happen.
we will
Like
never end this.
Terrell went from quarterback to wide receiver and pulled off a K, I think, right? Then he go then he did
Yeah.
yeah, Terrell went from quarterback to wide
Yeah.
receiver and got a K. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's mm-mm.
Make the change now, bro.
Nah, too soon, bro. You don't make
Okay.
you don't make that change getting drafted that high, bro.
Okay, you gonna be saying that next year too.
No, I don't think he's good. So but I don't know about making a change. That's not easy to do. Like, I don't know. Mike
You better
Mike
learn how to take handles for something.
Mike might join the stage. But until then, I'm gonna proceed on down. Again, I gotta be somewhere at 2:00. So the show was not gonna be long today. It was gonna go for like 12:45, 1, somewhere in that ballpark. I gotta be somewhere at 1:00. 2:00, I'm sorry, Eastern time. For anybody that does not know. Couple of things real quick, fact and stats related. We have our fact and stats fantasy football draft August 31st. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for that. That will be live streamed. August 31st, fact and stats fantasy football draft. Cannot wait for that. The second fact and stats football league draft is probably that same day as well. So I cannot guarantee I'm gonna live stream that one because live streaming 2 drafts is insane. So I may or may not do it. Probably will. I don't even like live streaming them too much because when I live stream, I can't even have the players that I'm looking at in my queue because people that I'm drafting with probably gonna be in here too. So I can't even queue niggas up. So I don't
And
know.
you can't trust your friends?
Trust my friends to take somebody that's out of my queue? Hell no. I can't trust them for that. Like,
I don't want to live in a world where you can't trust your friends.
I don't know about that, brother. Every time I do fantasy football, I always have guys in my queue. If I can't queue, that makes you got to scramble around. You know what I'm saying? When it's your time, and I want to be able to queue guys and make it easy. So, I know Mike may join. I don't know if he's going to join. Okay, he just joined the Discord a minute ago. I do have a board in my notes. I got a board in my notes, but I like queuing though. I like queuing too. I don't got no official like 15, 20 players on my board at the moment, but some sneakies, guys that I can, that'll interest me, or some late round guys. Yeah, they in my notes for sure. For sure. Next thing I wanted to talk about today, we started off the show off discussing who do we think is the best. Wes, I don't think you answered, or Miles. Just to circle back to you two real quick. Who would you all say is the best NFL player that's not a quarterback? And if your answer is Myles Garrett, say somebody else.
Okay. I'm somewhere between Jamar, Saquon, and Surtain.
Jamar Saquon. Hold on. I'm trying to help Mike out. Click. Hold on, wait, help Mike out. This is his first time with Discord. No Justin. Justin who? Oh, you saying Justin Jefferson? Who you say? Jamar Saquon and who?
Sertan. I'm somewhere between Jamar Saquon and Sertan. I mean, that's as it stands right now. Justin is, he can always get a shout. I think Jamar. I The thing about Justin and Jamar, I think Jamar fully healthy, which granted, you haven't seen in most, or I think we've seen it like twice. I think the rest of his careers, he's had like little injuries in other seasons. But the 2 years where he's been fully healthy and was able to play all the games, I think he's been better than Jettas. And I think that physically, he's just more explosive than Jettas. I also think he's stronger than Jettas. So I think to have the physical element for all that Jettas does, and I think he's great. This is not coming down on Jettas, but for everything that he does, I still think Jamar just due to speed and brute strength and force, is just a different level of game changer. So right now, specifically, right now, I would say Jamar is better. I think Jamar is
I mean,
the best.
Jamar was pretty much before the season just passed was fully healthy. I mean, the season before this one was fully healthy. I think he missed like one game, and
Oh, he
Jettas
only
got
missed one.
Jettas got like 3 seasons that shits on that season. So like
You
if for
said three
Jamar,
seasons. That shit on what season?
the one
The
before this,
24th season.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the 23.
yeah, 23. Like for Jamar is rookie year, entered the next. Then after that, I think he was like 1,200 yards, probably like 8 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. Like Jettas' first 3 years, like was nuts.
Yeah, very true.
Shaggy reasoning for Saquon was the consistency. Like he said, how can you say Saquon, but then on that same breath not say Derrick Henry, who's been more consistent, also probably even just as good on the ground? How you feel about that?
Um,
While we both did say Saquon is the better running back, though.
you said what?
We both did say Saquon is still the better running back, but he brought up the consistency in the body of work in comparison to Derrick and Saquon, though.
Right. I think the only thing is trending downward, trending upward. Even though he's coming off of 1900, so how could you say he's trending downward? It's really an age thing. I don't think Henry on the wrong side of 30 could be the best player in the league. And I think Saquon, just similar to Jamar, I think he's just a more explosive player. I think he's capable of maybe, if you say, one step more than Henry, or one step faster, however you want to slice it. I think that is playing into how I'm evaluating this. But I also think I would never say a player outside of a defensive stalwart or a quarterback is the best player in the league. I think you've got to be on the D line, and it may be stupid. I'm not saying it's right, unless it's like some generational, some anomaly. But typically, yeah, I would fare for someone who's on the DN, unless you have like a Luke Kuechly in the league, and then I'll go for maybe a Luke Kuechly defensively. But like I said, anomalies. I think Luke Kuechly is so underrated, and people don't talk about him enough for how great he actually was. But that's not the conversation. So yeah, stuff like that. I typically wouldn't say a wide receiver is the best in the league. I wouldn't say a running back is the best in the league. And for PS2, while he's great to me, I don't think he's like a once every 25 years level player.
He
No disrespect to
so
him, though.
Sosa, and before I go to Mike to hear what Mike got to say about the player and also the AR thing, Sosa said Kyle Hamilton there. How do you feel about that?
Hell no. Fuck no. No disrespect to Kyle either, but nah, I don't think he's got to become more of a ball hawk to me to be able to, for me to say that.
I beg your pardon?
I think he needs to be more of a ball hawk for me to say that. When in terms of
That's just
just truly
interceptions then.
generating. Yeah, truly. Just I mean, not just that though, because I think even if he forced more fumbles, it's about generating more turnovers. If he can do that, then I'm willing to have that conversation. I think it's really tough
You brought up.
from the safety position.
You
Go
just
ahead.
brought up Luke Kuechly. He plays the game like Luke Kuechly.
No, the hell he
No,
do
no, he
not.
No,
doesn't.
like I
What are
like
we doing, bro?
No, he
blessings to
doesn't.
you niggas, bro. Blessings
Listen,
to
he
you.
might not hit
No, the fuck
motherfuckers
he
the way he
don't.
does.
I'm sorry, bro. Like
As far as being able to
that's
cover a bunch,
bullshit.
as
He
far
does
as being
not, bro.
able to
He like
cover
respect
from
to
a
Kyle
versatility
Hamilton, bro.
standpoint,
He's
it's
not Luke
crazy.
Kuechly, and it's not
Okay,
some
he doesn't
facsimile.
get
It's not
hit like Luke
close.
Kuechly. As far as
No.
covering, as far as versatility, there's not a more versatile defensive player in the league than Kyle Hamilton. There isn't.
Okay, you brought up one part of their game. Yes, he can
Nah,
cover really,
hell
really
no.
well.
There's a more
When
Hell,
you
versatile
get
defensive
to
player than Kyle Hamilton in the league.
when you bro,
doing a lot.
he's nowhere near as impactful in the run game to me as Luke Kuechly. Nowhere near.
Nah,
He
I don't
doesn't
Nowhere
want
play
to
like
be
near.
Luke
outside
Kuechly.
though.
I said that facetiously. He does not play like Luke Kuechly.
So there's
All right,
the
so
comment
bro.
about the best player non QB or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Miles Garrett or
No.
Jamar Chase.
With,
Me.
He
without
told
Miles,
us Miles
yeah,
Garrett wasn't an option.
yeah.
Didn't choose
Without
Miles
saying
Garrett.
Miles Garrett, who would you say? Jamar Chase? You saying?
Then T.J. Watt or Jamar Chase.
How many sacks T.J. Watt got in the playoffs?
I don't care about that.
All right, that's fair.
Okay. All right. What good? I wanted to circle back to West because I know he didn't chime in on it yet, and I think Miles busy at work. But yours is T.J. Watt or Jamar Chase. What you want? How do you feel about that AR and the Colts situation? I know you wanted to come up for that.
You meant the Mike.
Mike.
Meant to say
Yeah,
Mike.
to Mike. Oh, I said.
Oh yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, when it comes to the Anthony Richardson thing, they messed up. They went into that draft, high risk, high reward. This is the risk playing in. This is what you was gonna get. Everybody was so enamored with his physical traits. He should have never went that high. He should have went second round. And he should have sat for a year, sat behind a bridge quarterback with no expectations of winning so he can be ready. But you took him at 4, so you have no choice. But that's the risk that you take when you take a QB like that at number 4. He was a project. He should have never went that high. Coming out of Florida, he only completed 53% of his passes, maybe even lower. So far in the NFL, he's completing around that same. He had a stretch where he was only completing like 40-something percent. He is who he is. No amount of games going forward is going to make him better because as the more games he play, the more defenses are going to expose him. Now, he does have outlier plays. I seen a play that they were showing on Get Up when he made a great play with the corner draped on a receiver, dropped it in the basket, but that's not who he is consistently. And on that same play, he missed the running back on the wheel route. So it's little things like that. Like he doesn't go through his progressions good at all. At all. He's not good at that at all. He don't see the field good at all. And just also he's another factor which I'm not really weighing in that much, but he's injury prone. So you run the risk of if you want to play him, he ain't gonna make it through a season. He's just not. On top of his limited IQ. Does he have the physical attributes? Yes, he does. But it's way more than that when it comes to the quarterback position. He doesn't go through his progressions well. His accuracy is shot. Yes, he's going to have a few players that's like, oh my gosh. But you don't judge a guy off the oh my goshes. You judge him off what he does consistently. And consistently, he completes 53% of his passes. That's not going to cut it. The starts don't matter to me. Because if he continues to play, he's not getting better. He's just not getting better. It's the little things he's not picking up on. Little things that a franchise court that you draft at number 4 should be able to pick up on.
I agree.
So I'm to the point with Anthony Richardson, you just got to take that hit. Now, the quarterback position, when you draft that high, it may cost you your job. Oh, well, then it might cost you your job. But the Colts roster is not bad at all. But they will be held back because of their quarterback situation. This is not me making the case for Daniel Jones. I don't think he's good neither. But he's better than Anthony Richardson as of right now.
Tank versus
So
Jake Paul, bro. What? Tank doing anything? I'm sorry, I'm listening to you. If that's real, be young. Tank doing anything. I ain't gonna lie. Man, go run it back with Lamont, dog.
It's official. Ring
What
magazine
happened?
for
Man, Tank a clown, dog. He fighting
Tank
Jake
is gonna fight
Paul.
Jake Paul with $100 million, $100 million.
Money is
It's not much.
money is everything. That shit is crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
listen. Remember? Tank is famous for it's called prize fighting, dummy.
I can't respect
So you
that.
love boxing, bro? Please, come on, man. You
And,
ain't gotta do that.
and Mike, you preaching
Listen,
by the way, but I cannot believe. And OG said something to you, Mike. I'm gonna bring it up in a second. But I can't. Jake Paul, Tank, you turned it
it's
200
all about
them.
the money. It's about the listen. One thing that Tank carries, I know you took the conversation this way, but one thing Tank carries is that he can sell a fight, and that's what's lacking in boxing right now is that there aren't many guys people are signing up to see pay-per-views. If you think about it, you're talking about two of the three biggest guys right now. It's Canelo, Gervonta, and Jake Paul. Those are the three guys that are selling the biggest fights. Take the check when you can. Wasn't nobody mad when Errol Spence walked in the ring with Terrence Crawford and got murdered. Got the biggest check of his life, though.
I mean, he was a real boxer, bro. Like that was a real competition. It made sense. It was a fight that people have
Where's he?
been waiting for years. I gotta let me get where I'm going. Fight that people have been waiting for years, and on top of that, again with Errol's injuries throughout his career, he still could have been beaten like that in his prime, right? Crawford was clearly, he was better at certain things in the ring. That said, though, that's not a Jake Paul fight, bruh. I don't think it's fair to compare that to the Jake Paul situation. But go ahead.
Wait, you were comparing that to the Jake Paul situation, Sosa?
He
Listen,
spoke to like the prize
what I'm
fight
saying is
fighter.
this: is that it's a reason why Crawford's going up multiple weight classes to fight Canelo. He could sit at 154 and probably dominate, get a fight with Boots Ennis or someone along those lines, right?
Right.
But it's about the money. All that
Right.
chasing great it sounds good in fucking in press conferences. That sounds great. I think he's going to get smoked by Canelo, but that's a different conversation. But it's going to be the biggest payday of his life. Like after that fight, Crawford, win or lose, will never have to box again. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's the same goes for Gervonta. After if he fights, if this is real, he'll never have to box again, based on the check that he will get for this fight. And I think that you're yes, it looks like goofy to us,
One
but these
thousand
fighters,
percent. You can't go
right?
in
But
the
these
presser earlier this year saying, "Yeah, I got a list of guys that I want to fight X, Y, and Z." You know, Shakur and things of that nature, right? And then you turn around and fight a Jake Paul, like
I mean,
after you just had a tie with somebody that looked like a good fighter, it looked like he was on your level in that fight,
yeah.
and he
Roach.
wants the rematch, by the way.
Listen, I understand that, but fighting Roach isn't going to acquire and accrue generational wealth. And the game is the game. That's what it is. He's not fighting Jake Paul because it's a boxing because of respect from a boxing standpoint. This is simply for a check. We don't have to agree with it, but
Yeah,
that's the way the game is played.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that's just what it is.
Right,
We
he's not
know
fighting Jake Paul because it's not even
it's going to be
real.
received.
You said it's not. What'd you say, Shaggy?
Not even real.
It's not real.
No.
Okay. All right. So all right. So I'm gonna go with it's not real. I hope it's not real. So I'm gonna go with it's not real. At this moment, like, you know what I'm saying. I understand why if it is real, but we're gonna go with it's not real at the moment. But Mike, back to you real quick. OG said to you. OG said to you. So damn, my man, a finished product at 23 as far as Anthony Richardson.
Yes.
Bro, he stinks, bro.
I
Okay.
mean,
It is what it is. Like he stinks.
Over
He
We're
stinks,
not
bro. He's
we
not
know we're
good.
not gonna do the age
He's
thing.
ass, bro. He's terrible.
He's not
it's
good
not an
at
age
football,
thing.
man.
It's not an age thing. It's the year. We're going into year 3. If the guy that you take in the top 5 doesn't even show any signs of being the future, you move off him. You take the punch on the chin. I fucked up. I made the wrong pick, and you move on. I'm not starting him though. I don't care if I lose my job. I'm not. If I know my roster is good, then give me the better quarterback. Again, I don't think Daniel Jones is that guy, but goddamn, like he can do some things better than Anthony. Anthony Richardson he's not it. And the thing that also, and I'm not saying OG specifically, a lot of these guys that people want to see good, keyword want to see good, they never want them to be the starter for their team. They never want them to be the starter. Like, y'all got to start believing the tape. Just like when Joe Milton got traded from the Patriots to Dallas, people were saying, "Oh, Dak better what?" He sucks. He's not good. These guys have the physical traits, but they cannot throw the football on an NFL level. That's just what it is. So if you want to make a case for Anthony Richardson, let him be the quarterback for your team. Stop saying what the Colts got to do, and no, because you just don't drag it out. You got to peel the Band-Aid off. If you continue to put him out there, he's just going to continue to get exposed. He's not going to get better. He's just not, because he don't even have the IQ. If you watch him out of Florida, watch his third down tape. Watch his tape against the blitz. He can't make the throws. Everybody be so with the wild again, the wild plays. The wild plays is not consistent in the NFL. It's not. What do you do consistently? Again, he's a 53 completion percentage quarterback. That is terrible. And he had a stretch where he was completing like 44 to 47%. That don't even make sense. And you're the 4th overall pick. Change positions or he will find himself out the NFL. Period. That's just what it is.
You was about to say something, Wes. What you was about to say?
Was it?
Oh, my bad. I just saw you come off mute. I thought you were about to say something. All right. That's a good show. I mean, that's a good show. That's a good start.
Oh, I think I was about to say something about Joe Milton, but it's inconsequential.
You can if you want.
I was just gonna say, like, Joe, I think is like early for that stance on Joe Milton. But it doesn't matter. Like, either he's gonna be good or to Mike's point, he'll suck. It doesn't. We'll see. We'll see if Joe Milton ever becomes anything.
Wait, so I don't know why you still got hope for Joe Milton, bro. He's not good either.
He still got hope.
He sucks.
Like, bro,
okay.
Yes.
Like, how long was Brian in college?
Like, we actually saw him play in college and knew he was ass.
We see him playing in college for a little minute and knew he wasn't good. He just could throw the football for a game. That's facts. That's all he could do.
That's
he was
cool,
number one recruit.
Wes, he was in college from 2018 to 2023. That's not enough time.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah, Joe Milton sucks, bro. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'd rather you say it's AR than Joe Milton. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah.
I mean, I've said my stance has been consistent. I think Joe Milton is different because Joe Milton, obviously, he wasn't. You didn't mortgage nearly as much to get him, so it's a different situation. I think he truly has.
The fact is, though, he shouldn't be threatening anything as far as Dak Prescott.
I agree. I don't think that was a real take.
He shouldn't even be the backup.
People. I don't think that really matters. It was him or Cooper Rush. That's fine. I'm not into sparring matches about that. What I'm saying for Joe Milton is, he still has time to develop. Whether or not he actually does it, neither here nor there. We'll see. But I'm saying he has the time, and for AR, regardless of whether or not you think and again, I'm on the side that AR shouldn't have been a first round pick. And it's not revisionist. I felt that way at the time. I don't understand how anybody could do that responsibly. That said, that's the situation at hand. I think because of what was invested into him, you can't punt on him yet. You have to. You gotta.
I understand that. I understand that notion. I do. I get it, but I would just cut my losses. So I would just do it right now.
When would you put on him, Wes?
You said what?
When would you put on him?
How many years does he have left on this contract?
One more. They signed a 4-year deal.
Yeah, they signed a 4-year and they got the option.
So when the contract is up, that's when I would move. But as long as he's and again, like it's the granted, they see him every day. Like to Shaggy's point, Ari's point, my point, everybody's point. That said, again, 15 games just isn't a whole lot. And yes, he looked bad in most of those 15. But again, it's such a small sample. That's a very, very small sample. And I
What's his
can't, regardless of how I feel about him, and regardless of how I feel about the tape, I can't ignore that if we judge, like, we can't judge people off of 15 games. In
what's his
traditional
ceiling?
senses, we wouldn't. We
What's his
like we
ceiling to you?
wouldn't do that. Hold on, I didn't hear you. We were talking at the same time.
What's his ceiling?
I don't know. I don't think anyone knows right now. And or some people may have an opinion on it. For me, my thing is, hey,
Just don't
I
give up
don't
on him.
think he pans out. Genuinely speaking, I don't think he pans out. That said, I think he, by virtue of what they put into him, the investment of the 4th overall pick, when they didn't have to draft him, by the way, they were, oh my gosh, and that's the other thing. For what was on that board, they reached. If you reach, you got to stick it out. Don't reach and then be like, "Well, I'm cool." Like I don't believe in that. I think you got to see it through the contract, and
That's a
you have
fair.
to.
That's a fair
Wes,
It's their
point.
responsibility. My last thing, Mike. It's their responsibility to make him into whatever they wanted to see him blossom into.
You make a
can't
great
punt
point.
on that. To
I
me.
disagree with that because you're basically telling me the Cardinals should have stuck it out with Josh Rosen and not drafted Kyler Murray the next year.
and they played a
No,
revolving.
there was a better.
door.
Hold on, that's
Was the
different,
older-
Shaggy.
Yeah,
Because
that's
there
different.
was.
That's different. Yeah,
That's different. We're
It's
not
a better
talking.
Better
Yeah,
now.
Daniel
Better
Jones.
player right now, and Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones wasn't drafted this
Yeah,
year though,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
that's
Well,
what I
he's a better
told you
player than
earlier. Excuse me, my God.
Bless
Sorry.
Yeah,
you.
Shaggy,
What'd
that's
you
a
say?
different situation.
bro. But what he just told me,
Twin was
bro, just
good.
because you get drafted that high, that team does not have to stick. That's not how that works. If they want to move on, they can move on.
No,
They
I
do not
agree,
have to
Shaggy.
do that.
It's
They
who
can
you
move
move
on
on
now.
to though, Shaggy. They
They
didn't
can
move
move
on to
forward.
somebody who can be a franchise quarterback. They moved on
But
to another failure.
say
You don't do
You don't
that
know
to
that right
me.
now. You got to wait and see.
Wes,
Bro,
Yeah,
what?
you
get
make
out.
a
Shaggy, you view that
Daniel
Daniel Jones
Jones
as a
had more
failure.
time to hell. But go ahead, Mike.
6 years is a
no,
long
Wes.
time.
You make a
If Daniel
great
Jones come out here win the division, we're gonna be revisit
from a value standpoint, Wes. You make a great point. I just disagree with it. Yes, if you saying they reach, I agree they reach, and they should stick it out. I'm saying if I'm looking at it from a roster standpoint, if I know my roster can at least contend,
Y'all ready? Football season on the way.
I don't gain nothing by putting him in.
Football season on the way, man.
I don't
Who's to
gain
say
nothing by putting them in there.
bro.
who's
Their
to
roster is
say
not
that
bad.
they roster good, bro?
Their roster is good. They don't.
No,
I
their
mean,
roster is
No, they
pretty
have a good
good.
roster. If they had a good quarterback, like a top 10 quarterback would easily, I think, have this roster competing for
The division.
obviously winning their division, but then being able to make noise in the playoffs. It's all
Nah,
about.
hell no. Nah,
in that
hell no. Make
draft,
I
noise
don't
is
know about
crazy.
that,
Nah.
bro.
in that
Man,
draft,
you don't think they could win a
absolutely
round in the
and rightfully was
playoffs
reach.
Bro,
It
winning
was
a round
if they
is
had
not
the
making
right
noise.
quarterback? Hold on, Shaq. What'd you say?
I said winning a playoff game is not making noise. Making noise is making
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, that's different for me. I guess I'm judging them from where they are right now. And I'm saying, hey, if they had the right quarterback, if they were to win a playoff game, we would be surprised. And that's where I'm going off and making noise. But again, that's fair. I think it's fine for someone to be like, yo, making noise is getting to the championship game. And okay, fair. But I'm speaking the way I was looking at it. If they had a top 10 quarter, hell, if Baker Mayfield was on this team, they could win a playoff game. So I definitely think that the team is solid. Like, are they perfect? No, but they're like I don't know who was speaking on this earlier, but the receiving core, I think it was Sosa. Their receiving core is good. It's not this. I think they're above average for sure. I think they have a good receiving core, and their receivers actually produce when they have someone who can get them the ball. Every year, it never fails. When AR is their quarterback, the receivers suck. The offense sucks. Period. When they get Joe Flacco, they produce. And then you still have a really good back in Taylor. I don't know, man. Right quarterback, still have a good line. Defense has its ups and downs, but I think a solid
But
front
they
for
win the
sure.
division this year with Daniel Jones.
I don't agree though. I don't agree with that. I don't see that.
But they not
It's
winning.
told,
They not
the
winning no damn
Titans
division this year.
clearly. Titans
I mean,
are out.
2 years ago,
So
they
it's
was a
Colts,
playoff, a
it's
pass away
Texans,
from the
and it's
playoffs.
fucking Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Come on, bro. I don't think they're better than Texans. I don't think they'll be better than Jacksonville either.
All right, we gonna
Yeah,
see,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm not high on Jacksonville. I ain't gonna lie.
The Texans will win that division, but the Colts, they have a roster that can get to the playoffs right now. So their quarterback situation is just terrible.
Okay. Good convo,
There
y'all.
was a fourth down play away from the playoffs 2 years ago with Joe Flacco, I think.
And that was Carson Wentz, I think.
I forgot who that
I could
quarterback was.
Yeah, that
2
was
years
bad.
ago?
That was
Nah,
bad.
that
Yeah,
wasn't.
they lost the last game to to Houston. When
I
CJ
think the
Stroud
running back got the ball. Shit.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Was that Houston or Jacksonville? They lost? I
I
think that
remember
was
that.
Jacksonville. The
That was
last
Houston.
game.
They lost to.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah, that
yeah, I
was
mean,
Stroud's
you
rookie
just
year.
gotta
Yeah, that was CJ's rookie year.
you gotta reevaluate. It's not like they have anybody that they can. They should have just evaluated better. Like I said, that's the risk you took. Though it's just like a stock on the stock market. It's the same shit. So
I
where
promise.
they go
This
where they
upcoming
go
draft,
from here?
they could replace that nigga this upcoming draft, bro.
What happened?
This upcoming draft, they can replace that.
Well, yeah, that's their goal now.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
their goal now.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
talking
that's
about
their goal now.
easily replace
yeah,
Drew.
that's easy to say
But
now.
that wasn't the same as the Josh and the Kyler thing. Like they just had an opportunity
That's
to
not the
draft.
same as the Josh
Yeah,
Tyler
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I
yeah.
never said it was the same. I was just talking to West.
You literally said that was the same.
That's literally not what I said.
All
Ask West. You're telling me the Cardinals should not have done this. That's not what I said. I never said it was the same.
Yeah, but the difference was Kyler got drafted. That would be like Kyler getting drafted this year. Like they didn't draft
Bro,
a quarterback this
West
year.
answered me, bro.
You said what?
He said you answered him. All right. And then Chance
All right.
said he think it was Minshew at quarterback. So one of them quarterbacks it was.
Yeah, I think it was Minshew.
It was
Because
somebody.
Minshew's who
That was
beat y'all.
close.
No disrespect, but Minshew's the quarterback that beat y'all. Y'all being
It was close, bro. That was a play away.
the Ravens.
If they would have beat the Texans that game, they would have went to the playoffs instead of the Texans.
All right. Good start to the topic. Miles, you want to answer the question, gang? And Jordan Wood, you got anything to say, or you want to answer the question too before I move over? Best
What was the question, bro?
best player in the NFL that's not a quarterback. If your answer is Miles Garrett, say somebody else.
I don't know why I was saying anybody else, but
That's not a quarterback.
that's the answer.
I want to say Jamar Chase, but I want to say I do. I ain't like Miles Garrett.
The ones that's saying Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
Did y'all always
Jamar
feel
Chase
like?
first,
Did y'all
bro.
always feel like Chase was better than Jettas prior to the season that just happened?
100%.
Nope.
You know me,
I
Shaggy.
wasn't.
No, I've been saying it.
I was a Jetta guy till last year for real. I ain't
Gotta
gonna lie
see
to you,
another
bro.
year before I say Jettas.
My thing for
I said it since his rookie year.
Chase,
He was top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah,
my
Jamar
thing
Chase
for
that
Chase,
deal,
I
bro.
just have a preference. So, like in terms of receivers, I like guys who I think can just always hit their head on the goalpost. Like no matter wherever you are on the field, like skill positions, I love that. And I tend like Terrell is my favorite ever. Like I like big physical receivers who can also like divvy up their game. And Jamar is literally that, bro. Jamar is a running back. He's a receiver in a running back's body. And I think I think he's the most impressive athlete in the NFL right now, bro. I think he's incredible. And I think health has been the difference in him being consistently otherworldly and him being like, oh, well, I have these like flash in the pan seasons. But I don't really think it's that. I think this is who he is if he stays healthy. To Shaggy's point, and I think you can miss one game, but still not be healthy throughout the season. Like he wasn't healthy in 23. Like even though he only missed one game, he was dealing with injuries throughout that season. So I think that's how I'm like looking at it. But last year, he literally he started slow because he wasn't in camp. Like Jamar, yeah, I prefer Jamar. Jettas is amazing though. This isn't anything like against Jettas.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Yeah, I was just asking because I know I heard a couple.
What was the consensus? If Miles Garrett?
Well, I knew everybody would say Miles Garrett, so that's why I said without saying Miles Garrett. So outside of that, I heard a lot of Jamar Chase today, or
Mhm.
Jettas, but mainly Chase. I probably say Chase will probably win out. Kyle Hamilton from Sosa, West throughout Chase,
What?
P2, and
I
a
said
bunch of
T.J. Watt and Jamar.
TJ Watt and Jamar from Mike.
And
Um,
TJ Watt a good shout.
so
Yeah, I might say if he, outside of Miles, I might say TJ then because I need one more. I know what Jettas is as a player, but kind of the West's point with the injuries and shit. I'm one more season of him showing consistency like he just did this season.
I'm
In
talking about
training.
Jamar.
Jamar.
You talking about
Yeah,
Okay,
Jamar?
okay, okay.
if he's
But
yeah.
where's just a little pushback? Where's this thing that he's not playing games? Where's that coming
I
from?
mean, he misses 1 or 2.
The
It's not
last
even
time
that.
he missed more than 3 games was his second year in the league,
It's
and he
not. It's
still
not
was.
his games
Right.
played for
No.
me.
What I was saying is for the production, because if I judge
Yeah.
him, I think it's just the way I chose to make my argument. If I judge him as a completely healthy guy, well, his production doesn't stack up with Jettas. To Shaggy's point, if I judge him like, yo, he's been healthy, and it's only that one season where second year in the league, every other year he's been healthy. Well, you gotta explain 23. 23 has to make some type of sense.
But
He
this
Cause
got
season,
100
I mean, it's
catches,
nowhere
1,200 yards,
near.
and 7 TDs in 23.
You said what?
Like, are you saying you got to explain 23 from a good or from a lack of production standpoint? Like, what are you
I'm
saying?
saying in comparison to Jettas, from like you don't stack up to that guy.
I mean, yeah, he had an outstanding year, but he still had 100, 1,200, and 7 TDs. That's not.
No,
That's not.
yeah, but that I mean, fuck, JSN is doing that. Like, no disrespect, but like there are levels. Like when
You said
if I'm
1,207
comparing,
TDs.
yeah, he said 1,207 TDs.
Oh
Like
yeah,
JSN,
nah, that's not that. Nah, come on, bro.
yeah, like compared to Jettas, like yeah. So that's why I was making the argument from, hey, he had 2 years in his career to me where he wasn't healthy, even though in 23 he played every game except for one. He dealt with injuries that season. I think it affected his play. In the years where he's been healthy, to me, he's been 1A, 1B with Jettas, and
Yeah,
I
it's not. It's not.
prefer
It's
him.
no wrong answer. I just prefer Jamal, but I've been saying that since college. I think he was a better prospect coming out of college. I think he has the better upside. Jettas is all time. Like he's trending towards all time. So it's really no wrong answers. I just prefer Jamar. Stronger.
That's where I am. And yeah, we think alike with this one for sure because the the things you're pinpointing, I said as well. Like the strength, and then the explosion. Like he's faster too. Like that shit matters to me for receivers, especially when you have the production to back it, and he's been able to do that in his career. So right now it's Chase to me, but I respect anybody saying Jettas. Like Jettas produces. I nigga, you could give him Gardner Minshew. I think Jettas is still gonna have a crazy season. Potentially, maybe.
Yeah, Chan just typed in the chat outside of 23 because he was injured. Jettas had 1,400, at least 7 TDs in every other season. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
insane. I mean, they
yeah.
listen. They too special. They
That's what
both.
I'm saying. They both got a year. They
Yeah,
both got a year. It's kind of like, all right, what happened that year? Like Jettas
No,
2023.
that was an
He
injury.
missed some
That was an
games.
injury. That was an injury for Jettas.
That's what I'm saying though. But
No,
you also got to
Mark,
factor
it
in too.
wasn't injury. Yeah, like that was an injury.
He
I
got one
told you
more
though,
year
Shaggy,
over
bro.
him.
He was dealing with injuries. He just played.
You
It's
on the
So
different.
field, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit.
outside of that, he got 1 year over him. He got drafted a year before him. Outside of that, like they match up. That's what I'm saying. It's no wrong answer. They match up. They both got 1 year where it's like, all right, bro, I was hurt. Okay, let's take that out. He has 1 year over him because he got drafted in 2020. Jamar sat out 2020. He didn't play college football that year. So he got a year over him. Outside of that, they match up.
Blake said this.
23. That's also the year where Burrow got hurt too. So it's twofold. Now Jettas, he dealt with different quarterbacks and still produced, but it is twofold for Chase in the 1 year where we're like, down. It was 1,200, 7 TDs, was dealing with injuries, and lost Joe Burrow for at least half the season.
How do you?
So that context matters.
But what year does he have over him that's like, oh, like they both have an outstanding year. And outside of that, they both are consistently putting up the same numbers.
Bro, no, they
No,
are
I
not.
think that's where people
No, they're not.
disagree, though.
Yes,
It's
they
not
do.
the
That's they
same.
lie. That's they
Yeah,
lie. They
that's
are not put up the same numbers. No, they're not.
All right, so run it up. I'm looking at them right now.
Go look at it right now.
Because last
So
year, so many
they rookie
games,
year,
Jamar
they
went
damn
off.
near
T.
identical. What are you talking
Higgins was
about?
hurt.
What are you
year was the
talking
first
about?
year that Jamar had a better year than him.
I said out the gate, they go so 128
Out
for
the gate, that's just
1800.
not
That's
true.
the
Pull it
year
up
that
right
he
now.
has over him. I said
It's
they
louder than
both
myself
have
right now.
a
I can't
year
hear
that's
you.
outstanding. Outside of that, it's pretty much consistent.
No, it's not, bro. It's not close. The numbers are different.
Ev, can you? Oh, you did. Thank you. Can you slide it to the right, please?
Yeah, I got small. Make this small. Wait,
Yeah,
that's
there
too
you go.
small, or is that good?
He got a 1600 year and a 1500 year.
Nah, because you can zoom in like manually. If you're on your phone, you're
Nah.
on your
Oh yeah,
laptop.
if y'all on your phone, yeah, y'all can
But
manually
yeah,
zoom in.
you can zoom in.
Yeah, one played 15 more games. Obviously, it looks like Jettas has 2,000 more receiving yards. Chase has 6 more touchdowns.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
And that's what I mean. Like the home
Bro,
run.
we're
Like
not talking about
the
tools right now.
production
We're
is
not
not
talking
what
about
y'all
tools.
making it. The production gap is not what y'all making it.
Yes, it is. Season by season, yes, it is.
No, it's not. But it is what it is.
And
You
Shaggy
just
to
saying that
that
because
point,
that's your
like
guy.
I think
You said
Shaggy's
what, Mike?
central
You
point
saying
is
that because
the
that's your
average.
guy in the argument.
Who the fuck is not? I'm not a Jettas man. What are you talking about?
So then if we're going off the numbers, then there's not a wide gap.
Bro,
Ed just
season
read
by
them off.
season, yes, it is, bro. You said that they put up the same production season by season. No, they're not. Last year was the first year
I
that
said
he
if
had
you
a better
take
year than
out
that man.
23 and he has a year over him because he got drafted before him. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
that plays into it. Yes, I was just waiting for y'all to say it. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
I said
Not
that out the gates. I said he got a year
yeah,
over him. I said that
Mike did
verbatim.
say that. But I don't think we can compare. I think that's why Mike was tracking it by year for like their own
That's what I'm
career.
saying. That's why
So
I was
Mike
tracking it
said
like
the
that.
rookie seasons are comparable. Second year comparable. Third year for Jetta. For Chase, we know what happened, and then this year, I think that's what he said. So like,
Nah, but
yeah,
the
I
second is
think
the
Mike is
second or
making it.
third years are not comparable because Chase got hurt in his second year. Jetta's had just a really rookie year for sure comparable. They both had 14. Jetta's second year he had 16, and in his third year he had
16.
18, which Chase just did this year, his fourth year, where he did 17. That second year Jamar did 1,000 because he only played 12 games, and in his third year he did 12.
Yeah,
So
12. He had
technically
12 and
Jettas
100.
is off to he did get off to the better start. I guess that's what Shaggy's trying to say. Yeah, technically he
Yeah,
did.
it's the consistency. Every year where
Hold on,
Jettas has
Ed,
been
click
healthy,
back to Jamar real quick.
it's been 14 plus.
All
To
right, go ahead.
Shaggy,
All right, go back
And
to Jettas.
Jamar missed games his second
Like,
year.
come
I
on.
think. Did he still?
So,
I can't see the streak, but did he still have 9 touchdowns or something like that?
bro, he
He had 9 touchdowns too.
if the gap is that
but
wide,
that's
how
what I
does
mean.
he have
Home
more
run.
touchdowns than him?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
does he
yeah,
have
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
touchdowns
yeah.
than
He
him?
got more
With
touchdowns.
15 less
year.
games,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
one
more
one less
touchdowns than
season.
yeah. That's
15
insane.
less
I'm
games,
not gonna lie.
one
That's
touchdown.
insane, bro. Like, what are
That's
you
what I'm
talking
saying,
about?
bro.
That's
You
insane.
can't discount that. He got a year over him, and he had a year where
And
Didn't
he
Jettas
and
play 10
Shaggy,
games one
games, but
year?
he
And
still got 4
I mean,
touchdowns.
Jettas did
and
play 10
Shaggy,
games.
one thing for
Jettas,
sure I know you're not
Bro, what
gonna
are y'all
do.
talking about? How does he have more touchdowns than him? Jettas has a year where he missed 7 games, and
that's
Jamar
what I'm
just
about
had
to
He
like
say.
has
8 games.
a
Yeah.
full
Yeah, that's
year
fine.
over
But
him.
Shaggy,
He
that
got
don't
But
matter.
drafted
Jettas
before
still
him.
have more
Okay,
games
that's what I'm
played.
telling you.
Yeah, Jettas
But
still has
Bro,
15 more games
bro,
He
played.
has 15
what
more
bro?
games
Yeah.
played,
He
Shaggy.
clearly has
He
more
still got
touchdowns
50 more games
because the
played in
nigga
him.
had an
also
18 touchdown.
he just had a really big season. What's the gap in the touchdowns?
6.
Bro, it's like
Six.
7.
He's
I mean,
got
Six.
6 more touchdowns in one less season and 15 less
he
games
did
Bro,
just
the
played.
score
man just had an
17.
18 touchdown
But that
season.
doesn't matter.
Jordan. No. We're
Chase
not
has
doing
more
that,
than
Jordan.
one
We're
season
not
over
doing
10
that, Jordan.
touchdowns. Jettas don't have no season over 10
But what I'm
touchdowns.
saying is
Chase has
that
2.
gap is that's not
Chase has
ridiculous though. He just had a
seasons over
crazy
10
season.
touchdowns. Chase has 2
That's
touchdowns, 2 seasons over 10 touchdowns. Jettas don't have 1 over 10.
Come
Not
on.
one.
Don't matter. You still win that bitch,
that's
though.
not a
Don't matter.
no.
Oh, he
It's
had
a gap,
13 as a
and
rookie.
it's
What are you talking
Yeah,
impressive. But it's
13
not
He
like
had
the
touchdowns.
9
crazy
his
gap y'all
second
making it
year.
sound like.
Hold on. His second year, he had 9 with injuries.
It is crazy with context.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Jettas has he has a year over him because he got drafted a year ahead of him. So this notion that there's this gap between them production wise is not what it is.
Jettas
not.
doesn't have. I thought Jettas had like 2 double-digit touchdown seasons.
Yeah, I said over 10. He got 10 2 times 10 twice, but Chase
Oh,
did
okay.
13 and 17.
Okay. I mean, bro,
And
double digits is still fine. I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's like, oh,
yeah,
My,
it's just
listen,
levels. And
my only thing
He
is the
said it's
it's
gap
just
is
levels.
levels.
not
He
For
that
said
me
it's
to
wide.
play
levels.
4
Go
years,
ahead,
for
bro.
me to play 4 years of my career, you played 5.
And
And in
PJ
one of
is the
my
best player out
in one of
quarterback.
my years, I got hurt and missed
I
games,
I
like
didn't answer.
multiple games. And another
Oh,
year,
I
I got
always like
hurt
Jettas
and
over
I
Chase, but
played.
I like both.
bro, they
I like
both have a year where they miss games, bro. Like,
Bro, that's not that Shaggy. That is not the central focus of my point. Because again, he also has a whole year, a whole career. Like I was in the NFL before you, so that is
do we
that's
speak on
the
the quality
starting
of
point.
quarterback as
I
well?
have a full season over you. Then we both have had a year in our careers where we played and
Yeah,
we
so
were hurt and
Shaggy,
missed
you
games.
saying it's a big gap is a lie. That's just a lie.
Yeah, like for him to have more touchdowns than him, even albeit by 6, that
That's
means
telling.
something.
That's
And
Not a,
telling.
For Shaggy,
it's not a
I'll never let
sizable
you get
gap.
this off because Shaggy, you will literally go to the depths of hell to erase everything Julio Jones has done based off the fact that he didn't score touchdowns. So I will never ever
Hey,
let
that
you get
is
this off.
true, bro.
I will never let you
that's
get this
different.
off.
That's different. That's
No,
different.
it's
He was Julio Jones
It ain't
was 6'5",
different.
playing 4'3", and didn't get in the end zone. That's unacceptable. That's different. That's super unacceptable. Like, did you see the kind of athlete he was?
Oh man. Oh man, I'm glad I met you, gang. This nigga say that's different.
How you
It's not a
6'5", running
it's not a
4'3", and not
sizable
getting in the end
gap.
zone?
But you're not going to argue over a guy who just won the Triple Crown going away at receiver. I mean, like it's, you know what I mean. I hear what y'all are saying, but it's not like a huge gap between the two. Also, we could argue quality of quarterback play between the two as well. Like, I mean, you look
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
guys that have been the
No, you don't.
quarterbacks.
No, you don't. Real ball
Yes, the
players
fuck you
don't
can.
argue that. No, you don't. Quarterback play do not matter. If we talking about real receivers, quarterback play do not matter.
That's untrue.
Yeah, not true.
Talking about real receivers, quarterback play never matter for real wide receivers. Fact.
You think Odell? I know how you feel about Odell.
I don't.
Odell suffered some
Listen,
years
I get.
because of
Hold on.
quarterback.
I get
No, he
what you're.
didn't. No, he
I get
didn't.
what.
No, he
Listen,
didn't. No,
I
he
get. I
didn't.
get what y'all saying because
Yes, he
there's
did.
some.
In Cleveland, he suffered some years because of quarterback play, not
They
because
wasn't
of
throwing him the
anything else.
ball.
He had at least one season in Cleveland
That
where
was an
he was.
outlier. That's an outlier situation because it was some shit involved with that. But they could have got him the ball. Baker chose not. You literally got tape.
He suffered due to quarterback play, bro. Like
When
all I'm
we talking
saying is
about
one
quarterback play,
season.
we're talking about bad quarterback play. We're not talking about politics. That was politics.
Baker was bad that season when it came to. Okay. It is what it is.
Baker
Bro,
Go
got him
ahead,
hurt.
Sosa. Go ahead,
they
Sosa.
they are you crazy? The Browns were very good
I'm
2020.
there. I'm
Baker
mentally
got him hurt.
crazy,
If we're being
bro.
honest,
Like
Hell no.
he suffered in Cleveland due to quarterback play.
I got
On
you, bro.
multiple
We ain't gotta pull straws at that.
Okay. All right. Good convo, y'all. To the good football talk to start the show off. Do not forget on Friday we're gonna be diving into college football. So some college football folks like Miles, Rise, Sosa, Shaggy, whoever else is, that knows a lot about the sport and the game.
I'll be tapped in.
Mike, yeah, whoever else, like whether West be super tapped in, whoever super tapped in college football, pull up on Friday as I'm gonna have some questions. Getting ready to this football season. I am not a college football head like I am a college basketball head. Everybody know that. So that's the one area where I am going to be tapping into more so this Saturday, as I have been tapping in more over the last couple of years. But college basketball has just always been ahead for me when it comes to those two sports at that level. So yeah, I'll be ready this season to be tapped in, locked in, and things like that. So make sure y'all pull up this Friday as we're going to be finally diving into the college football season as week 0 starts this weekend. And then a lot of the matchups or premier matchups is next week for week 1, Texas, Ohio State, and so far on down, where we have a couple of matchups within the top 10. Obviously, looking at the time, what I wanted to discuss today, the NBA schedule thing, that's just going to be pushed out. Like, that's going to be pushed till tomorrow. That's a free day for tomorrow. WNBA recap, honestly, I might push that to tomorrow too, y'all. It doesn't make sense to start with the WNBA.
Bro, I just got back, bro.
What happened?
He just talking about quarterback play means, bro. No, it do not. Not for real dogs. That shit means something for niggas like Garrett Wilson. And his talks and shit.
So
Not
hold on.
real one.
Hold on.
Like, what are we doing? That shit don't matter for real ones. Real ones put up numbers no matter who's
Did
throwing the
it matter
ball.
for Randy Moss? Did it matter for Randy Moss?
It didn't matter for Larry Fitzgerald.
He said
What
he
are you
didn't
talking
try.
about?
Randy Moss said he quit now.
Because Randy Moss in Oakland, everybody thought he was done. Because the
Bro, that
quarterbacks
don't count. That don't count.
He said he quit. He said he wasn't trying.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, bet.
I'm with you to an extent though, so like, but
No,
I'm not as high
I
on
understand what
Moss.
Shaggy's saying. I understand what Shaggy's saying to a degree, but some guys just DeAndre Hopkins.
He went out. Hello? I can't hear nothing. I can't hear y'all. What the hell? What the hell happened? Can y'all hear me on Twitch? Can y'all hear me in the chat?
Games wouldn't be the
Okay,
same.
I can hear him again.
No disrespect. So
Is it
You can make an argument for both sides.
Is
You
it
can make an argument for both sides.
Is it a?
You can
Is
make
it
an argument
a? Is it a? I tend to agree with Shaggy, but another point could be, and I haven't thought about this at all. I'm just throwing it out there because it popped in my head. Could it be a like the style of receiver as well? I don't know if you go across the style of receivers that have thrived without.
Absolutely. You are right. Like
Could be.
like a prototypical X you line up on the outside. Jamar is an X. But also there's an adverse to that because Jamar didn't start putting up those crazy numbers until they start moving him around. So it's like
Yeah.
it's you know what I'm saying it's very difficult to gauge how it
Mhm.
affects other
He
people.
moved around as
Yeah.
a rookie.
He really didn't. He really did not. You made that up.
Bruh, yes, they did line him up in different spots.
Well, he put up
Not
crazy
as much as
numbers
they
as a
do
rookie,
now.
so who cares?
Not as much as they do now.
His rookie
Your
year,
point still is invalid because he put up crazy numbers as a rookie. So what do you?
He put up crazy numbers as a rookie.
well, yeah, but he played X like 90% of the time, like 90+% of the time.
You
His rookie-
said verbatim. Your exact statement was he didn't start putting up crazy numbers until they started moving him around.
he didn't start putting up like the video game numbers. The last couple of years are insane.
Bro,
like
he
last
had
year,
Sosa. Are you talking about video game numbers as far as a season or games play or certain games? Because he got video games numbers in his rookie year.
I know he went for what 200 against the Chiefs.
Correct. And I think he
Yeah,
got another game that he went crazy in as well.
Yeah, but again, like you look cumulative for a season. He went what 17. What do you go? The last 2 years, what do you go? 12. And I think he went 7. He went 17 and 17 this year, which we can look at right now and say might be a bit of an outlier. But his rookie season was outrageous. I can't lie about that. And also, the thing about his rookie season is that he got a lot more vertical stuff simply because they played him at X so much, and teams would go man and they just throw him the ball every time. That's something they did his rookie year. Last year, he played all over the field. Last 2 seasons in particular, he's played all over the field.
Because he's that versatile. Yeah, he's that versatile.
Yeah, but his rookie year, he played more X than any of the seasons in the league.
All
right. So, good conversation so far today. Unfortunately, I'm not working at 2:00, but I do have to be somewhere at 2:00. So, Mike Sosa and all the fellas up here that joined the stage today, greatly appreciate you all. What I wanted to say, greatly appreciate you all. I'm going to pick up the WNBA stuff tomorrow, and as far as NBA scheduling and things like that as well, going over a couple more team schedules, and then we're going to be gearing up for Friday to talk about college football. And then remember, Mondays and Tuesdays are going to be dominated around NFL and college football with the season starting pretty soon for both of those sports. And then Wednesdays, NBA Wednesdays will be a thing every Wednesday going forward. I just knew today wouldn't have made sense to start off the show with WNBA and NBA. That's why I put the NFL at the front. I always got to be strategic with it. So I knew this will start a convo versus me just going over the recap of WNBA games and looking at schedules. I think y'all want to hear more so people talking amongst each other versus me just talking and going over the recap and da-da-da-da. So that's why I started the show this way. I know I said last week NBA Wednesdays going forward, but that's why I did it this way today because it made more sense. Not facts. Appreciate that, Chan. By the way, if you are in here, do not forget to subscribe to Facts and Stats on YouTube. I do not work tomorrow. I do not work Friday. The show will be longer tomorrow and Friday, as I will think of activity and things like that we can discuss as a collective and as a community amongst each other. I do. Shaggy said something about it yesterday. Two of my friends did a J. Cole and a Kendrick Lamar versus yesterday. And boy, oh boy, two special artists. Shaggy said something yesterday, or Jordan Woods, whomever it was, about I know I stopped doing the verses on Fridays and playback. We had good momentum. And then we shifted the show to YouTube and Twitch. And I'm not dealing with the copyright stuff. So that's why I'm doing them more on Fridays. I do want to circle back to that. If I do circle back to that, that'll be via Spaces probably. Right? I think Spaces would make more sense for that. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to put it together in my mind and things like that. When it comes to just some musical Fridays, entertainment Fridays, we'll probably shift that back to Spaces. And again, like nothing set in stone yet. I'm just going to plan it all out and make it all make sense. Because even versus every Friday and playback was a good idea too, and I brought a good spark to the show. We're starting off with music and then get into the sports topic after that. So I'm just trying to think of some things to pick up the steam or pick up the show a little bit with the NFL season about to start and the college football season about to start as well. If you want to extend your support for the platform, do not forget to become a member on the YouTube side of things and or sub on Twitch. Every single link is in the description on the YouTube side of things, how to become a member. And then on the Twitch side, if you want to sub, is pinned as well on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, I will advise you to sub through Amazon Prime, as you got one free subscription per month. I have to leave the house in the next 20-25 minutes. So again, this was a quick show today, like I told you at the top. Thank y'all so much for all the support. But the fellas that joined the stage, and even the lady and Ari, thank y'all so much. And again, I'll be right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, picking up more NFL talks, picking up WNBA talks, and also picking up more NBA talks. With Friday, my focus will be on college football and thinking of questions I could ask you all around the top 25 teams, players to look out for. Will Ohio State repeat? Will Texas win it all? I know Shaggy's high on them to win it all. Shaggy got them repeating, by the way. Shaggy got them going back to back. Now I know Arch did come out.
I got them going back to back too.
Oh damn.
So he thinks Arch is going to stay?
Yeah, he think Arch. I know Arch came out yesterday and said he don't know why. What's the name said that, but yeah, he think Arch is going to stay both years and then go like that. So we'll see.
I know you got to go. I want to have a conversation about that one day.
Wait, guys got Texas going back to back?
Yeah, Shaggy.
Oh, I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about national championship. I got Ohio State repeating.
I want to say Texas got to win one first.
Yeah, Shaggy got them winning this year and next year.
Oh no, I got Ohio State winning this year.
Okay, you got Ohio State going back to back. Okay. And you wanted to have
Clemson really the team to really be looking at, honestly.
No, not really.
Yeah, that's a good roster. That's a good roster.
How far is Clemson University from you, Mike? I know you down them parts.
Man, I'm not. I hate Clemson. I'm a Florida State fan.
Okay.
But I mean, I do recognize them as a good team. They're a good team, but I don't think they. Nah. I don't see them get to the national title stage.
I mean, what would the path be? Like, who you think they'd be like a Georgia in a semifinal? Like, who you think they lose out to?
No, I'm gonna be real. And this is why I love the 12. And Ev, I know you gotta go, so I'm gonna be quick. I love the 12 team format, so you can't really gauge it. So like you can have teams matching up again in the playoff. That's why I love the 12 team playoff format. So you can't really predict the path with being 12 teams. So you can't really call it. So I wouldn't say. I think they win the ACC though.
Okay.
Y'all wasting y'all time, bro. Texas going back to back, bro. We can talk college football.
No, sir.
I'm wasting y'all time.
They lost a lot of that secondary.
Wes, what did you say you wanted to have a conversation about one day?
The Arch Manning situation and just what his future looks like, what y'all think he'll be as a player, as a prospect, whether it makes more sense to come out this year or next year, just everything around his situation.
Okay. So Friday.
Yeah,
Arch.
but I know you gotta go.
No, I'm notating it. I'm gonna kick that off on Friday. Friday, Arch Manning, future, everything like that. Looking at the top 25 again. Mariah said something about Clemson, so Clemson, and then come represent y'all team. Y'all like put me on to some players. Put me on to what y'all think y'all team gonna do this year. Because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to watch, and I'm trying to treat this college football season like how I treat the last college basketball season, to where I truly felt like college basketball was better than NBA last year. Personally, I truly felt like that, and I think that was a real feeling, and I had all the right reasons to feel that way. Because college basketball last year was nothing short of amazing. Nothing short of amazing. So I'm trying to treat college football on my Saturdays like that as well, and just watch football all day. And think about it, we're gonna watch it right here in the Discord. If anybody have the ability to share their screen, if I'm not available, I know Z Farmer's one, so I made Z Farmer a mod in here because if I'm not present, when I tweet this out, you're probably gonna see trolls come in, right? You're probably gonna see trolls come in here and people join the stage and just be trolling and stuff like that. Like mute them or boot them so fast. So Z Farm, if you hear this, that's why I gave you mod. Like, cause I know sometimes you want to share your screen for preseason games or football games. If I'm not here, mute a troll or ban a troll. So if anybody else, if I am not present and you know you can share your screen or you wanted to share your screen, and I bring it up on the show, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be present Saturday or Sunday. Who can share their screen? If y'all say y'all can, you will definitely get a mod inside of the Discord and mute all trolls or ban all trolls. If anybody join the stage and make weird noises and things of that nature during the watch party, that is the purpose of that. Now, granted, y'all can't just mute them on your own end, or you won't hear them. But I'm just throwing it out there. And Ted said crazy because this year gonna be better than last. I hope, man. I love college basketball. I love sports. Period. I do love the NFL more at this moment because I think the Ravens is my favorite team out of all my teams. You know, they have all my favorite players. Lamar, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphreys, soon to be Nate Wiggins. They have all my Mark Andrews. They have all my favorite players. Roquan Smith. All my favorite players come from my favorite team. So outside of wide receiver, because we don't have a top 10 guy. So my favorite wide receiver is Jettas. But yeah, every other position outside of running back too. I love Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry probably is my sort of. But I have a different favorite running back. So at the moment. But either way, everybody that came through today.
Draft him, yep.
You said hopefully I draft whoever I want. I have the third pick in the draft this year coming up. So hopefully I'm able to get who I want. If not, I have different options. We know the top 4 is going to be something. Right now, Chase is number 1.
Nah, I'm trying to work a trade, bro. What Jordan? Ed, what would it take for us to do business?
I'm not moving out the top 5. I'm gonna keep it a wrap because if I move out the top 5, I'm not getting the person I want. I'm not gonna lie. So what pick you got?
Pick 11.
I got 6, bro. I got 6. I'm right outside the top 5.
I can work with 6. 6 is good, but 6 ain't top 5.
I'm not opposed. But I mean, put it to you this way: it's not gonna take as much as you would think it would take, bro. I'm for total draft value. That's how my team was good last year. I'm for total draft value. I want some top end, but I also need some depth. So it's not as unavailable as you might think.
The tank fight is real, by the way. The tank fight is real. The tank fight is real. Just wanted to throw that out there one more time. Yeah, I mean, listen, you know me. I love to talk. I'm down for all talk, but I'm targeting one specific person, and if I have to pivot to somewhere else, then I'm cool with that. But it all goes on how Jordan and process.
Bro, we all know you want Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson. You say one person, you're targeting 2 guys. We know that they're running backs. We know how you play. We know how you operate.
Are you undervaluing Saquon Barkley?
It's okay.
Because I would gladly draft Saquon, brother. Like
I don't think you actually think you're gonna get him at 3.
Oh, you think he'll be gone before 3?
I don't think you think you're gonna get him at 3. I could definitely see him being gone before 3. Because process is pick 2.
Yeah. Process, if it depends on what Jordan do. Like Jordan has a pool of if realistically 3 names, could be 4. I think Jordan probably gonna be looking at Chase, Bijan, Saquon, and if you want to throw in Gibbs, you can throw in Gibbs, right?
But Jordan is not drafting Bijan. I could tell you.
I'm not gonna lie. It would definitely be. This is the only thing I'm gonna tell you. It would be Gibbs before Bijan, bro. Bijan is in there because I gotta put Bijan in there because everybody put Bijan. So I was like, fuck it, I gotta consider it. But like, I way prefer Gibbs.
I might end up with Bijan because I think if you don't go Chase, process is going Chase like that. I truly believe that. If you don't go Chase, he's going Chase. So then I'm going to be looking at Bijan. If Chase is there at 3, I'm 1,000% going Chase. That's not a doubt. Nothing's in my mind. Like I was 1,000%.
That makes the draft for you.
Yeah, like if I get
Chase
at 3,
not falling. I truly think, like, granted, you know, nobody's gonna give up their strategy.
Yeah.
But if the price is too much for me, and I'm like, I'll pass. He stays at 1, or if he trades, like, Chase is going number 1, bro. I don't think there's a world where Chase doesn't.
Yeah.
I like Jahmyr Gibbs a lot, bro. So I don't know
You're
if I
not
would take him
taking
at
him
one,
bro.
bro. That's the thing about that is the one thing about picking one, because it's like you're gonna take that guy at one, but it's like, do
Exactly.
you think this guy is gonna be the best guy? And if you think he'll be the best guy, then fuck it, you got the number one pick. Take the guy. That's the thing about being number one, the top pick. It's like, you want to take him at one? Well, fuck it, maybe I wouldn't be opposed to taking him at one. Like, I'm saying it in all sincerity. I'm not like he is in consideration for that pick for sure. Like
That will.
Gibbs,
I'll tell you
yeah.
this. That'll fuck the draft up. That'll
I know,
bust every.
I know. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too. But it's like if I think he's gonna have a crazy year above all the other running backs, then fuck it, I might take him. It's about what you. It's about your convictions. Like
outside of the 4 names that I named, do y'all think there's anybody that could even be in consideration to go at pick 1? Like if y'all had the first pick in the draft, like outside of the 4 names, or y'all feel like it should just be one of them players, no matter what, nobody else should be.
I think it should be one of them 4, but I think CD has a chance to have another crazy
CD
year.
Might have
like
an
he did.
insane year.
That's what I'm saying,
damn.
Bro.
But it's players like that I wish I could get that I know I can't get because I got.
That's the name,
damn.
bro. That's one of them.
You
names.
can draft. You right there at 3. You can draft from nothing stopping you, bro. You see, and that's where Jordan comes in. The thing
I gotta see what he do.
Draft,
yeah, I gotta see what he do. Yeah,
you gotta truly believe, and I think that's why I prefer middle round sometimes or late, because at the top of the draft, you truly have to feel like in your heart of hearts, whoever you take is definitely going. Like or you're just drafting based off of ADP.
Yeah.
And I think it's dangerous to do the ADP shit. So I think it's best to be in the middle round because it's like typically, or late round, you're picking someone who you genuinely believe is going to have a crazy year. At the very top of the draft, it doesn't go like that.
The last thing that I want to say is if I had a later pick like Shaggy, I think it's 12 or 11. If I was in that ballpark, 10, 9, 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, whatever, then I would be okay with trading whoever I draft in the first round. Whoever I get at pick 3, I'm not trading them all year. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm not trading them. So
and that's why I said that, because last year I learned the hard way. Which I knew I didn't have to, but I did that last year, and I really did it it was in that Swiper League, which we ain't got to dive into again, but, you know, you know the situation around me not being there for the draft because they changed the time.
Yeah.
So I was just irritated. Nigga wasn't producing, and the rest of my team was so fucked up because my first 3 picks were like insane. It was crazy. Outside of Chase, so I ended up trading Chase to try to balance my roster out because Laporta was my second. Like you remember what I like, bro? They took Laporta second. The little CPU shit took Laporta second in that draft. It was crazy. So. But yeah, typically you never want to do that. Like you never want to. Whoever you draft at the top of the draft, you got to stick with.
You got to build your team around
CMC.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I had taken that same approach last year with CMC, because man, I would have won the fucking draft if I had done that trade with Jordan. Would have changed the whole league, bro.
I got what I offered you, bro.
You offered me Saquon and Deontay Johnson, bro.
Oh, that's right. That's what I be saying, bro. I'll be lacing I'll be trying to lace niggas on the low, and then they looking back at that season at the end of the season, like, damn, I should have did. Not just you, Wes. I'm just talking about in general. I'll be offering to lace niggas sometimes, and then niggas don't take this shit. I'm like, okay.
I held out hope he would be healthy, bro.
No, I felt that though. I got that for sure.
Yeah, you Delulu, nigga.
I don't know, man. CD, man, that's the thing about because I think CD gonna have a crazy year.
Yeah,
I think CD gonna have
George Pickens. J-Mo gonna be really good this year. I don't want to say
J-Mo's another one.
Yeah, he's gonna be a really good wide receiver. He's gonna be as good as a wide receiver too. Like y'all know how good Zay Flowers was last year. That's gonna be J-Mo again this year.
Yeah,
like,
J-Mo should have a really good year.
No funny.
Yeah, but y'all had that Bijan shit.
I know we all.
He's your wide receiver.
Bijan about to have an insane year, bro. Who's Zay's our wide
I just don't know how much you think he gonna score. That's the only thing with him. I don't.
He's y'all for sure number 1 now.
Who?
I mean, yeah. I think last year solidified / showed that. But I still look at Bateman as the more polished all around wide receiver. You know, I think Bateman.
No, what, bro? Go
No,
go
you
on and
don't.
handle your
Bro,
business.
Zay
Go
Flowers has
go
been
do what
one
you got
year
to
since
do
he
for
got
yourself.
drafted,
That's
bro.
not
There's
that's
no
You
way
gotta
we
let
that's
that
can
not
Bateman
change
shit
that's
Zay
go, man.
Flowers
listen.
and Bateman
That's
combos
You
in
gotta
the
let that
draft.
Bateman
not
shit go,
saying
man.
Zay
Zay
Flowers.
Go
Flowers,
ahead and
I'm
do what
not
you got to
saying
do.
Zay Flowers is in Bateman combos. How do we even get that? Like I just think all
Bro,
around.
You
nigga,
brought him.
he
You brought him
asked
No,
in.
you
y'all
questions
got it, bro.
directly.
You brought.
Y'all got it,
Bro,
bro. You know
Spot
this.
was.
Y'all
I
got
think
it,
he's our
bro.
number one, but I still feel like Bateman is the more
Yo,
well.
this nigga
Yeah.
really loves Bateman,
Oh,
bro.
bro.
That shit is
Bateman had a
hilarious.
good year last year. Like, why you act like he had a
Bro,
bad?
you no, no,
This
you
why I want to bring.
been
This
you.
why I want to do spaces again. Like, I need to do some spaces sometimes again. Let me hear you though, Mike. What are you saying?
So your Ravens flock can get in there and
No,
lie?
I just need more. I need more ears listening to what the fuck y'all be saying sometimes. Like, like
Bro,
how
he's a
y'all,
wide receiver, bro.
like
That's all.
y'all,
That's all.
y'all be on some
I,
bullshit, bro.
you love him
It
like a
was
wide receiver
300
one, though.
ears
I
listening
don't think
to
Rashad Bateman's a
Bateman.
wide receiver
It was
one.
it
No, I
was
don't.
300. It
Yo,
was
you love him
300
like a wide
ears.
receiver one.
No, I don't.
Excuse me, not
I
even
think Rashad
300
Bateman
ears.
is a good wide receiver though. Let's get that clear. I think he's a good wide receiver, and I
There
think he
was
showed that
300
last year.
sets of ears that listened to a nigga say Bateman is the next OBJ. There were 300 sets
I
of
didn't
ears
say
that
that, by
listened.
the way. That wasn't me, by the way,
I didn't
y'all.
say it was
Yeah, okay,
you,
I'm just
but
clearing the air. I'm
Wes,
just clearing the
no,
air.
that's
I'm just
what
clearing the air.
Spaces brought. That's what
hold up,
Spaces
y'all.
Just
brought, man.
clear the air.
Wes,
Just clear the air.
Hold up, Wes. This is the shit that be throwing me off. This nigga put up Quentin Johnson numbers last year, and they be acting like he did something crazy.
Yeah, we know
Smacked
who
up Quentin Johnson numbers last
we think is the better wide receiver, though.
The
I would hope
bars,
so. I
the
would hope
bars
so.
year.
ain't
Quentin
hell.
I
Johnson
would hope
numbers
so.
last year.
Rashad
The
Bateman is better
bars
than him.
ain't
I'm
hell.
sorry.
No,
He
Rashad
put
Bateman
up
better than Quentin
Quentin
Johnson. We ain't
Johnson.
doing that.
The Chargers, Rashad Bateman was 1,000%
I
better than
mean,
him.
but Quentin Johnson is looked at as a bust, right? And rightfully
No, he
so.
sucks.
Whatever.
He
That's
sucks.
cool. But
He's
Bateman, that's his career season.
His
Yeah,
best
y'all
year.
troll. Yeah,
But
y'all
Bateman,
trolling. Y'all
Quentin
trolling.
Johnson had higher
Why
I'm
How's
not
that
yards
gonna
than
lie,
troll?
y'all
Bateman.
trolling. Y'all,
His best
I
year
love
is
everybody
Quentin
on the
Johnson
stage. I
numbers.
love everybody on the stage. Y'all not dragging this. I gotta be somewhere. I love
Look,
everybody on the stage. Y'all
his
are
best
trolling.
year
I
is
will talk to
Quentin
y'all.
Johnson.
I love everybody on the stage. Y'all are trolling. I will talk to y'all. I'm not. Niggas, niggas be trying to hate on Bateman. Like they only be trying to like. And you know what niggas said to me at the end of last season? Oh yeah. If he proved me wrong, like he shut me up. Well, duh, nigga. Believe what I say. Like I'm about to get a Rashad Bateman. I need to get a Rashad Bateman poster or something like that. I'm gonna put it back here because niggas don't respect him. Everybody that came through to the show today, thank y'all so much. Peace, blessings, and love. We are right back here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Make sure you all follow the Twitch page, Errol Jr. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube, Fact and Stats. And more important, make sure you all follow the Twitter page at Fact and Stats _. Thank y'all so much for all the support.